Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all the Niner faithful. For some of you, might be afternoon, but for a lot of you in the East and the West Coast, it's still 30 minutes away from noontime. I am your boy, your host, Niner Beto. How's everybody doing? Now, I am normally not on this early. I am more of a late night type of person, but your boy hasn't found it. Your boy's been awake all night. Your boy hasn't not gone to sleep at all. Couldn't sleep, dealing with a little bit of pain. So I've been up all night. I'm like, you know what? Let's talk a little bit 49er football. Let's talk about the Eagle fans. I'm going to be showing video clips. Do the Eagles feel disrespected because Vegas has the Niners favorite by 3 points? We're going to discuss that right after this. And welcome back to the show, everyone. Welcome back. It is your boy, Niner Beto, talking 49er Eagles that is happening this Sunday. The game of the week, most likely, it might be the game of the year. We'll see. We got the two best teams battling it out. We got the Eagles right now currently holding the number 1 spot. The 49ers are holding the number 2 spot. Eagles come in at 10-1. Niners come in at 8-3, but are the records really telling how good these teams really are? A team can be very good and have some bad games and have some losses, right? Let's talk about the Eagles for a minute. How many games have they won by blowing a team out? I understand that you win games no matter how you win them. You can win them pretty, you can win them ugly, just win them. So I understand you got to do what you got to do to win. But have the Eagles really blown anyone? They struggle against the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills had, I don't know how many penalties they had. How many times did the Bills kind of shot their own foot? And yet, that game had to go into overtime for the Eagles to pull the win. And if it wasn't for that 59-yard field goal, and hey, congrats to the kicker of the Eagles in that weather, 59, that's pretty amazing. So we'll see what happens in this game. But I want to talk about in the trenches. I want to talk about what the Niners offer offensively and what the Niners offer defensively, and why does Vegas believe that the Niners should and are 3-point favorites going into Lincoln Field in Philadelphia, where that team is 10-1. The Niners are coming in at 8-3, but yet the Niners are favorite. And Eagle fans that I've talked to feel disrespected. They feel that the Vegas has disrespected the Eagles and the Niners have disrespected the Eagles. And all I've been hearing, all the chirping is, we cannot wait for Sunday to kick the Niners' butt out of Philly and show the world who the better team is. Now, let's keep it at 100. Look at the season. Look at the individual play, the skill positions. Look on how the play calling is being brought up or dialed up by each coach. How these players are doing on the field. Do the Eagles have a better offensive line than we do? Yes. But the Niners skill, they scheme their linemen to perform better than what they really are in the right side. Kyle Shanahan finds a way to scheme that offense to work for Brock Purdy so that Brock Purdy can get rid of the ball and they can be successful offensively. I think the Niners are 21. The offensive line is 21 in the ranking, but yet Brock statistically is up there in a lot of categories. Why is that? Why is it someone that is playing behind a line that is in the 21st doing so good? Could it be that we have a good quarterback? Could it be that Brock Purdy is the real deal? He's not just what do they call it? A system quarterback? He's not a system quarterback. Could it be that Brock Purdy can improvise? He can make adjustments. He can do unscheduled throws. We've seen it, right? So let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys feel comfortable going in this Sunday to face the Eagles with Brock Purdy? Or would you guys felt more comforted going in, being more comfortable, can't even talk this morning, and face the Eagles with Jimmy G? I don't know about you guys, but knowing that we have Brock Purdy and what Brock Purdy is capable of doing, I feel more comfortable with Brock Purdy, and we're going to talk about that. Let me go ahead and say hello to David Corona, who's in the house. What's up, David Corona? Salud with coffee this morning, David. How you doing, sir? We got my boy, David McNiner. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. We got my boy, Luis Moreno in the house. So, and before I go any further, I just wanted to let all my viewers know that a good friend of ours by the name of Corey Davis, he's done shows with David McNiner, David Corona, Ryan from No Border Sports, Bryant, and he's done lives with a lot of people, myself included. He is dealing with stage 4 cancer. He's been dealing with it for a while, for those that don't know. And he went into the hospital on Sunday, for what I gathered, and they sent him home, but they sent him home on hospice. For those that don't know what hospice is pretty much a nursing person that goes home with you and kind of tries to ease your transition to the afterlife by giving you morphine or giving you whatever sedative they need to give you to kind of ease the pain. So they're giving him a few days, according to the doctor. But how many know that doctors are not always right? Corey has a willpower to fight. So as long as Corey is alive, I am rooting for him. I am praying for him, and I am in his corner. So please keep my boy Corey Davis in your prayers. Keep him in your prayers and send positive energy his way. He needs all the love that he can get. In the comments, put thumbs up for Corey Davis, or put a heart in Corey Davis. Let us know that you love Corey. For those that know Corey, man. And even if you don't, people with cancer that are dealing with death because of cancer, cancer is no joke, man. It's no joke. A lot of us either gone through it or know someone that's gone through cancer. And my niece is going through cancer right now, breast cancer. So it's tough. It is tough. So prayers for Corey. Love you, Corey. You're the best. So Niners and Eagles this Sunday matchup. Vegas have the Niners favored by 3 points. Why do Vegas have the Niners favored by 3 points? Why do the Niners, who are 8-3 in the seedings for the playoffs, they're in second place. The Eagles are in first place. They're sitting at 10-1, but yet the Niners are favored by 3 points. Vegas looks at the teams like 2 to 3 weeks back to determine how well a team is playing compared to the other team. Now, 3 points is normally given to when two teams are good, 3 points is normally given to the home team. 3 points is what the home team gets. The fact that the Niners are getting 3 points in Philly means that Vegas is saying if this game was played in a neutral site, the Niners will be favored by 6. If this game was played in a neutral site, the Niners will be favored by 6. Why is that? Well, let's look at the games that the Eagles has played. And let's look at the games that the Niners have played. You saw the game yet last night for those that watched the Seattle Seahawks go to Dallas and almost beat the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys got the win 41-35. But that so-called great defense of the Cowboys that people may argue, Skip Bayless, may argue that they're the best defense, they allowed 35 points. 35 points in their house. We went to Seattle and shut that offense down. We shut that offense down. They were only able to have 2 field goals, and one of the field goals was a given field goal. That very first kick after we scored, our special teams kind of blew it and gave Seattle great field position. They made a couple of throws, and they were already in field goal position. If it wasn't for that special teams play, Seattle would only score 3 points. Now, yes, they got 7, but they got 7 on the defense. Matter of fact, their defense scored more than their offense. Go and figure. Yeah, I said that. Seattle's defense scored more points than the Seattle offense. Cheers to that. That's how, and yet Seattle went into Dallas and was able to put 35 points on Dallas defense. People don't really understand how good the 49ers defense is. They don't understand the pressure that we put on opposing quarterbacks. They don't understand that with the addition of Chase Young, which we already had a stout D-line already, but we were missing that one player, right? We had Bosa doing his thing, Hargrave, Armstead doing his thing, but yet we had that one player opposite of Bosa that wasn't getting the job right. We tried Drake Jackson. He didn't work out. We tried Farrell. Farrell's been doing quite well, but he doesn't bring that speed that Chase does or Robert Beal, who has been activated from the injury reserve. Let's see if he gets to play. He has a lot of speed. But since D Ford, we have been missing that speed opposite of Nick Bosa, right? So a lot of offensive coordinators, they really game plan against Nick Bosa. They double team him. They chip him. They kind of block the other guys. And even though we were getting close to the quarterback, we were putting pressures, we were just not getting the sacks. What do the Niners do? Get on the phone, call Washington. What do you want for Chase Young? They gave a third. Not only a third, but a comp third, which they will get back when Chase Young's, if he does move on and plays for another team. And that's a whole different show that we can do later on about whether he stays or goes. Is it worth him staying? We got to see that down the line. But right now, since they added Chase Young to the mix, that defensive line has been amazing. Now, a lot of people may say, well, Niners sickness. They also brought Wilkes from the booth to the field. No disrespect to no one, but that wasn't the reason why this defense is working. If I'm not mistaken, prior to losing the 3 games, we were undefeated. 5 games in. Where was Steve Wilkes at? Was he in the field? And then versus the Browns, versus the Vikings, and versus the Bengals, he went to the booth? No, he was in the booth from the beginning. This transition happened to happen the week that he came from the booth. But this is what really fixed the problem. In my opinion, they removed Isaiah Oliver. They got Isaiah Oliver off the field. Good morning, Don. Good morning. Welcome to the chat. They got rid of Isaiah Oliver and put Lenore in the inside and called Embry Thomas' number on the outside. Now, because Embry Thomas has been balling on the outside, opposite of Ward, Shavarius Ward, it has enabled Steve Wilkes to keep Lenore in the inside. That is what has helped that defensive line and the addition of Chase Young. This is why we're seeing multiple sacks each game. We had 6 sacks against Seattle. I think we have 4 or 5 against the Bucks. We've been stacking up sacks because we added a player like Chase Young and we took care of the secondary. So going into this game against the Eagles, what can the Niners do to win this game? What can the Niners do to win this game? Make sure to hit the like button if you haven't done so already. I would appreciate that very much. They need to, first and foremost, I know it's a tall task, but they got to go in there and limit the mistakes. I know it's going to be hostile. I know the Eagle fans are going to be loud. I know they're retiring. What's the name? The receiver, number 10. I can't think of his name right now, but they're retiring his jersey. He's retiring as an Eagle. And they're going to be pumped for that. It's going to be loud. The Niners need to play disciplined football. They can't afford to shoot themselves in the foot. You can't go from third and short, 3rd and 4, and then you have a lineman get off sides, and now you're looking at 3rd and 9. You got to limit the mistakes. You got to play disciplined football. The Niners, if they take care of that, it's going to be a huge key in winning that game in that environment. Limit the mistakes. Don't make crucial mistakes. Protect the ball. Don't turn over the ball. Are going to be crucial because I believe the team that turns the ball over the most is going to lose this game. And we got to bring the pressure defensively. We have to be relentless. I want to be relentless going after Jalen Hurts. I want Jalen Hurts to have happy feet. I want him to have happy feet. I want Chase Young, Hargrave, Eric Armstead, and Nick Bosa just causing all types of chaos. Now, they have a very respectful offensive line. But they're not, let me put it this way. The Eagles have not played a team like the 49ers. And what do I mean by that? They have not played a physical team in the trenches like the San Francisco 49ers. They haven't played a team that punches you in the mouth. They're about to meet Mr. Mayhem on Sunday. Now, the Niners, like I said, they got to play smart football. Don't turn the ball over. Play your type of football. And the Niners should come out of there with a dub. Go after the quarterback. Contain the outside. Don't let Jalen Hurts kill you in the middle. I believe that Fred Warner and Greenlaw really have to have almost a perfect game to get this victory. In my belief, the two players they cannot afford to screw up in tackling is Fred Warner and Greenlaw. They have to bring their A game because that middle will be exposed for Jalen Hurts to run. And we got to make sure we contain him within that pocket. I believe the Niners can do this. I think we can lock up very well with A.J. Brown. Travarius Ward will take care of him. And the way that Ambry Thomas is playing right now, he'll handle Devontae. Offensively, we got to make sure that Hassan Reddick and company does not destroy Brock Purdy. And I don't mean in the sense of him getting hurt. That injury that happened to Brock Purdy was a fluke. I'm not saying he can get injured, but it's not going to be that type of injury. I can guarantee that. They got to make sure they protect Brock Purdy. They got to keep him upright. They got to give him enough time to look at the defense and make his reads. If they can do that, if Brock Purdy can get rid of the ball, I would like to see a lot of screens. Let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on screens? Letting Debo do Debo stuff. Letting Debo do what Debo does best. What does Debo do best? Yaks after the catch. Get McCaffrey going. Start punting I would love to see the Niners have at least 30 runs. If the Niners can do 25 to 30 runs, I think we're going to be in a good place. We got to take out that crowd. How do you take out a crowd? You score quickly. You put some points. The Eagles have been struggling in the first half in a lot of games. Then they find a way to turn it on. I got to give the Eagles credit. They find a way to turn it on, and they play better football in the second half than they do in the first half. Therefore, winning a lot of those scrappy games. They're 10-1 for a reason. I just don't think that if they fall behind the Niners with this defense that we have, that they will be able to come back from a deficit of 2 scores. That's just my opinion. I think the Niners put up 2 scores on Philly early, and Philly has to play from behind. That will put us in great position to do what we love to do. Good morning, Jess. How you doing, Jess? Good morning, good morning. For those that are wondering, what in the world is this guy doing a show this early? And even though it's noontime, or for Jess in the East Coast, it's already 3 o'clock. It's early for me because it's just about to be 12. It just turned 12 o'clock right now. I'm not an early morning person. I don't get up early. For those that don't know, I am retired. So the days of me getting up at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning to go to work has been done since 2016. I just haven't gone to sleep. Okay. I woke up on Friday. No. Excuse me. I woke up on Thursday afternoon about 3 p.m. So I woke up about 3 o'clock on Thursday, and I've been up since. So I pull an all-nighter watching a lot of my TV shows. My wife's asleep. The dogs are asleep. The birds are asleep. So it gave me an opportunity to catch up on a lot of my TV shows. But this is the reason why I'm doing the show, because I'm still up. I'm wide awake. I'm not tired. And I said, well, you know what? Why not talk about the Niners? Now, we're going to do a show later on today, myself and Jess. We're going to do the Niners Now podcast at 5 p.m. So come and check us out. And then at 7 p.m., we're going to do we're hosting, me and Jesse, we're hosting a show with all the guys in the show that can just talk. We're talking football, and we're going to honor Corey Davis during that show. So come and check us out at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the Niners Sickness Podcast. Los Niners, how you doing, sir? Let's effing go. Let's see here.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
So the Niners are going into Philly. The Philly fans are ridiculous. I cannot stand Philly fans. I really don't. I cannot stand the Philadelphia fans. They're a bunch of crybabies. They're very disrespectful. I just can't stand them. So I'm going to show you a couple of clips from Talking Heads. Okay, we got a couple of Talking Heads. You know who they are. It's either the Stephen A. Smith. It's either Nick Wright. It's either what's the name from Undisputed. All these talking heads talking their smack. And I'm going to bring that up because I want to show you guys, for those that haven't seen the clips of these talking heads, and I want to get your guys' opinion on it. Hold on, guys. Let's see here. You need to go right here. Let me move you here. Let me see which one I'm going to open up first. Give me a second. Oh, let's do this one first. See here if I can open it. No. We'll just play a little bit of each one. I'm not going to play all of them because it'll be here forever. So I'm going to play a little bit. But let's go ahead and hear what, on the Kay Adams show, what Debo Samuel had to say about the Philadelphia Eagles. So let me get that screen ready. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, there we are. All right, let me go ahead and play it, and let me know if you guys can hear
better
it.
and better each week. The team is red hot. The 1-2-3 game win streak for our first team All-Pro receiver in the Bay. Debo, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing? It seems like it's been forever.
It seems like it's been. Listen, you've got a lot going on. You had to eat turkey legs. You had to do the whole thing. And let's go back. Listen, don't you think that I do not remember you telling me? I asked you in August, what's your favorite matchup? The favorite team you play? And you said the Seahawks. You think you killed the Seahawks. It's what you do. And I feel like you and Trent knew this going into this game. Look at you two. You're having a great time. I feel like y'all knew you were going to tear apart the Seahawks squad.
Well, I mean, this is just how we come out every game. I would, I would assume we were going to beat every team that, we go out there and play. And that's the objective. That's the goal. Enable for us to get to where we want to be at the end of the year.
Debo, nobody around the league wanted to see this. No one wanted to see healthy Debo, healthy Trent out there, 7 catches, about 100 yards. You caught the first touchdown at the game. Can you walk me through this touchdown? Because it looks stupid easy. What happened here?
Well, obviously you can see Christian got a chance to get it. I got a chance to get it. And, I mean, at this point, it's just pick your poison. But once Brock handed the ball off and I just seen nobody was there, I was just yeah, this is walking the park right here.
Did you expect to, have to truck somebody as you turn the corner, or did you know it was going to be a walk-in?
I knew it was going to be blocked up well, and there was a possibility of somebody being there. But once I got it, I seen, this is a hit-free type play right here, so why not take it,
I think we have it. Do we have the clip of him talking to the camera? Do we have that? What are you saying to this camera after you score this touchdown, Deeb?
I actually forgot. Let's hear it. Let's see, can we hear it?
Can we see it? I don't know if we can. I don't think you can hear it at all. Do we have it? I think you're saying, Seattle, you can never stop me.
And probably was yo, we're going to be here all day. It's going to be a long day because, we scored on, the first drive. So
what are you saying there?
I really don't remember. Kind of when you get in the end zone, it's just whatever coming in your head, But, it was good to get that win. And on Thanksgiving, that was, my first, actually, Thanksgiving game, and it was actually fun.
6 games, 760 yards. I did the math this morning. That's 127 yards a game, 5 touchdowns in 6 games against Seattle. What gives?
Well, Eagles, Niners, the matchup Sunday in Philly, a rematch of last season's NFC Championship game. We go by the numbers now, starting with San Francisco. They've won 14 straight games in November or later, dating back to 2021. That's tied for the 5th longest such streak since the Super Bowl era began in 1966. And the Eagles, they're the 4th team in NFL history to start 10-1 or better in back-to-back seasons. It's no doubt a big game for both sides, especially how it all went down a season ago.
They do such a good job of balancing everything out with the dropbacks, the play actions, the RPOs, the quarterback run game, the regular run game. So it's really impossible to stay ahead of them in terms of who has the chalk last. And they got a lot of answers in their run game and stuff, which could put him in some pretty good situations. So you got to be able to
guys can't hear it?
They get you. Let it be a first down and not a touchdown.
What's up, Crazy Juice?
Very disciplined.
You guys can't hear no sound at all, not even right now?
Can't miss 'em.
He's a winner, and he just continues.
Let me know if you guys can hear sound, because if you guys not hearing the sound, there's no reason for me to play the video.
This year, and so
let me know real quick. Can you guys hear the sound?
Athleticism. I think he knows.
What's up, Roberto Davis?
In a timely fashion.
And Crazy Juice, welcome. Can you guys hear the sound or still no sound?
And so hats off to him that he's continued, and Kyle and their staff of, putting him in good positions and continuing to develop this guy. And then I just think the guy's a winner, and I got a lot of respect for him, and you can see that on tape.
Remember,
I appreciate that, Roberto Davis. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it.
If this one goes down to the wire, the advantage goes to
You can hear it?
who has an NFL best 89 QBR when tied or trailing in the second half or overtime this season. That's an area where Brock Purdy has struggled this year.
Got me worried there for a second.
QBR in that exact situation, that's the worst in the NFL.
So this is comparison of Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts.
Louis Riddick back with us here on Sports
And they're going back to that 3-game losing.
How concerned should the 49ers be in a situation like this when you have to potentially come from behind?
Kev, every statistic has its own story, and that really, leads to context. You have to have context.
He sure does, doesn't he?
On a piece of paper. And if you look at Brock Purdy in the 3-game stretch in which he struggled, in the 3 games that they lost, week 6, 7, and 8 against Cleveland, Minnesota, and Cincinnati, every one of those interceptions, every one of those bad throws in the second half, in the third and fourth quarter, has its own story. And I think they're all teachable moments for Brock Purdy. Here you see one of them right there on the interception, the bottom. I mean, you cannot force the ball in the middle of the field. You have to pick up underneath droppers. He was getting pressured in some of those instances, at a rate that really is not indicative of how the San Francisco 49ers offensive line typically plays. He made some fantastic throws in the second half of those 3 games in which he struggled and the team lost that really lead you to believe that, look, he's built for those moments. He can handle those moments, and I really wouldn't be concerned about it going forward. I think when he looks back on those 3 games and he looks back specifically at those situations in which he struggled, why he had the interceptions, maybe why he was off target on some of the throws that he was off target on that led to him not having the kind of QBR that he wants in the third and fourth quarter, in particular when he's behind. I think he would say, and that the coaching staff would say, hey, look, we're just moving on from this. This is really, in our mind, a statistical anomaly, and we really wouldn't harp on it. So I think going forward, you'll see him play some of his best football at the most crucial moments against some of the best competition, and I wouldn't even give it a second thought.
I like the way he talks. He's saying about Brock Purdy. A lot of people are trying to hold Brock Purdy back because of those 3 games, the 5 interceptions during those 3-game stretch. Brock Purdy's not an MVP candidate anymore. He's what we thought he was. A lot of people are crapping on Brock Purdy because of the 3-game loss. Listen, he only had 1 bad game. Now, the team lost 3 games in a row. But Brock Purdy only had 1 bad game, and to me, that game was against the Bengals. Now, he did make some mistakes that I know that Brock Purdy has corrected, and we'll look at the film and probably not do that again or as often. Now, the game against the Browns, they were moving the ball well. But when Debo got hurt, it almost deflated the 49ers offense. And then Trent went down. So they were trying to, get on top of it from there. Brock Purdy struggled a little bit, but yet he still did enough to get the team into field goal range to win the game. If Jake Moody makes a 41-yarder, which is automatic for him, he makes it. We're having a different conversation about the Cleveland game. Now, the Minnesota game, we were mistackling. Defense couldn't tackle if their life depended on it. So that kind of got a little ugly. And then we just caught the Bengals at the wrong time. Joe Burrow was playing good football. Their receivers were playing good. And we just had a lousy game. But ever since Trent Williams has been healthy and back in the lineup, and Brock Purdy, the 49ers look like the team they looked at prior to losing those games. The Niners have blown teams out of the water. Dallas came in all hot and mighty week 5. Revenge game. We're beating the Niners because they took us out of the playoffs, and we kicked the rear end 42-10. Can we blow out the Eagles? I'll tell you this. It can go either way. It's any given Sunday, right? Any given Sunday, anything can happen. But if there's a team that is going to blow out a team, it will be the Niners blowing out the Eagles, not the other way around. Why? Because the Eagles' secondary is very, very suspect. Their secondary is very suspect. They're not that good. Their pass rush, although it's good, it is nowhere near where it was last year. This time last year, they had a potent pass rush. They don't have it this year. One of the greatest pass rushers is on our side, in Hargrave. So, if the Niners don't make mistakes and play sound football, I don't see the Niners losing this game. Now let's get a little hype. Let's do a little hype. Let's see if this is the one. Give me a second. Little hype. Let's watch a little bit of the Seattle game and get a little hype. All right? Let me make sure this is it. Hold on. All right, here we go. Here we go.
49ers at the Seahawks. We have been looking toward this 4-game stretch. I know I have for a while.
We talked a lot about it in the locker room because just how quick it comes. Everything's so important. As soon as this ends, what we got to do to get ready for this quick turnaround, which is always a challenge and tough, but really glad we're going to get 3 days off after for the stretch.
We're at that point of the season where, obviously every single game is crucial, it's huge, and so going into a hostile environment in Seattle, the great team that they have, it's going to be a great challenge for us, and we're excited about it.
Our singular focus right now is on the Seattle Seahawks, which is going to be a great test. It's a great opportunity for us and to try to go get another win. It will be difficult and short turnaround, traveling, all those things, but this is why you play, to take on these challenges.
When you play this team, who do you game plan for? Who do you come in saying, hey, if we stop this one guy, if you stop McCaffrey, Ayuk has a big game, Kittle has a big game, Deebo Samuel now goes in the backfield. So
who are you going to stop?
So many weapons at their disposal, it's so hard to stop. And I think they now feel like, hey, we need to have a one-game mindset, come out, execute, destroy who's in front of us, and worry about whoever's coming next after we win this game.
I like where we are. What we've done with coverage-wise and system-wise, we give them a lot of credit and have a lot of respect for them, but I feel like we're much farther along than we were.
We got some great opponents coming up, but none bigger than Thursday night in Seattle.
Obviously, it's a short week, short turnaround, so for us, it's just about dialing everything in as quickly as possible, getting your body, mind back and refreshed, and just treating it like another week of football.
They got no wiggle room if they want to get home field advantage.
Let's go, baby.
That's for sure.
We got to go take it. We got to go earn it every single game. It doesn't matter who we're playing. It's the NFL. Anything can happen on any Sunday.
However we got to do it, we got to go on the road and win in a hostile environment.
You want to just credit the 49ers? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Just want to credit, before I move on to the next part, I just want to credit the 49ers for the video. Great video. Check it out. Check it out.
In the fight, they got to see this. They got to feel this. Every single play. Let's bring that to these boys today. Let's go. Double that 3, 1, 2, 3. Come right there. What's up?
Happy Thanksgiving, one and all. Welcome to Lumen Field, downtown Seattle, Washington, the annual battle in Seattle. But this one's different. It comes on Thanksgiving night.
This is a big
big game, and it's a division game. There's a lot on the line. It's in front of the whole nation.
Let's
it's
go.
a great crowd. It's a great atmosphere. Pete Carroll will have his team ready to go. And conversely, I promise you, Shanahan offensively and Steve Wilkes on defense.
Can't wait for this game, baby. Cannot wait till the Eagles. This is the team the Eagles are going to be facing on Sunday. This is the team they're going to be facing on Sunday.
Everybody fly around. Let him play how it's going to play out. Story already ready. Let's on tonight.
We don't have to worry about the Eagles. They have to worry about us.
This game for the division lead in the NFC West and a great rivalry, Chris, the last decade and a half. So the Niners start 5-0, then they lose 3 in a row. Now they've won back-to-back games. And you know who we're talking about again? The guy who wasn't even their quarterback this time last year, Brock Purdy.
So many stars on this San Francisco team, right? And they have a quarterback who was the last pick in the draft, and yet he is the top-rated quarterback in the entire National Football League. He is the perfect Thanksgiving quarterback. John Madden would have loved this guy.
This time of year, come out here, it can be wet, it can be damp, it is dry, but it's cool. Temperature hovering in the low 40s. Settle in for the last course of Thanksgiving 2023. Niners on the move nicely to start. Back to McCaffrey again. He's used a lot.
Let's go, McCaffrey. Look at that.
McCaffrey to the 17-yard line.
Let's
so
go.
Much of the San Francisco 49ers, you think about them going outside zone, but ever since Christian McCaffrey
Look at
came
that.
to this
Boy,
team,
run.
he said, I don't know what
Who's
it is,
stopping
but I kind of
McCaffrey?
like running between the tackles inside there, and he just
Look at
consistently
Diggs
makes
couldn't do
big
nothing.
plays as teams overrun to the outside.
Second and goal. Side give to Debo.
Look at Debo.
Samuel.
See ya.
Touchdown.
Wouldn't want to be here.
These two players are interchangeable. They really are. Debo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey. It's a walk-in touchdown.
Eagles, be very scared, Eagles. Be very scared. What a run by Debo. We got to see a lot of this against the Eagles, baby.
With a walk-in. Here's the kickoff by Jake Moody. D. Eskridge will run
Now,
back
this
to
is
the
where
kicks
we
tonight.
kind of
Far
screwed
left,
up.
20,
We gave up this
25,
big run.
30, all the way to midfield, and he's going to get tripped up and saving a touchdown on the play is Darrell Lunar
Now, this is the
Jr.
reason why they were able to get 3 points on the board. We kind of give them a gimme.
Charbonnet's the running back because of the injury to Kenneth Walker. Smith's throw to DK
Look
Metcalf.
at Ward. Ward was all over
there on that long
DK
throw to the
Metcalf.
sideline. 3rd and 9.
Ward's like, not today.
Niners pass rush bringing 5.
Not today.
In the middle of traffic. Ward's hands on it again.
Ward's
It's
been all over the place,
He
baby.
almost had 2. Seahawks will attempt a field goal.
Very close on 2 straight plays.
So they attempted, they were 3 and out.
Kickoff return.
But they were so deep in our that they got a cheap shot. Otherwise, they wouldn't have had 2 field goals. They only would have had 1.
Knocks it through.
Their offense could not do nothing.
Hey, you cover.
You got to be fired up for this game against Philly, man. I know some of you guys might be a little nervous. It's Philly, they're 10-1. That noise, the crowd. Hey, it gets loud in Seattle. Very loud. And the Niners did not just win the game, they dominated.
Going one way, Christian going that way.
Look at Christian.
29, a gain of 16.
There's no way
Look at the
this should have
scheme
been a lengthy
that
game
Kyle's
at all. Right
calling
there.
and the
He's
execution
surrounded.
by these
And he ends
players.
up picking up 15 yards.
It
That
is amazing.
Just a great athlete making a great play.
3rd and 7. Hawks bring it 5. Purdy's throw is complete. Juwan Jennings.
Look at Jennings. Look at him fight for that first down. Look at him fight for that first down.
What a 3rd effort. Forget 2nd effort.
You got, if
by
that'll
Jennings.
pump you up, bro.
There's 1.
Or guys, I don't know what pumps you up. Look at that.
There's 4.
Look at that.
And there's a first down.
Kittle and Ayuk, and Debo Samuel and McCaffrey.
I think Wooden got benched after that play. One of their top
the
corners.
Seattle defense at a bit of a disadvantage with this short week. There's so many component parts to San Francisco's offense. Short week, tough to get ready.
McCaffrey left
outside.
Look at McCaffrey, baby.
To
Right
the
into the
end zone.
touchdown.
Touchdown 49ers.
Let's go.
McCaffrey, you think of him as being a little scat bag guy, but he is all fire when you're trying to tackle him.
Touchdown, baby. Let's go. I don't know about you. I feel like a kid at the candy store.
Big start.
I
Meanwhile,
am
Seattle
fired up.
has not picked up a yard yet on offense. They've had a pair of 3 and outs. First down.
Yes,
10.
we are,
There's
Don.
a play action to Charbonnet. Gino throws the out.
Oh, he got it.
Intercepted.
Look at that.
Coming back the other way. The
Interception.
Niners take the ball back. What a play that was by Ambry Thomas.
The Ambry man can. He told me he was going to get one
Ambry Thomas
this
is
week,
playing on
and he
fire.
undercuts that deep out route and just rips it
On
away
Lockett.
for the pick.
On Taylor
He
Lockett.
was the one they wanted to pick on tonight, and he picked back.
Man, that has to fire you up.
Had excellent field position and have taken advantage of it.
Purdy with Debo to his side. Throw over the middle, wide open.
Look at that.
Brandon Ayuk. First
The
down,
rapport
Niners to Seattle's
between
35-yard
Brock
line.
Purdy
in the
and
gun,
Brandon
2 by 2.
Ayuk is
McCaffrey stays in the
amazing.
block. Purdy throws out right. Caught for a first down by George Kittle.
That
So
rapport
far,
between
San
Brandon
Francisco's
Ayuk
offense
and
is
Brock
just
Purdy is
doing
lethal.
whatever they want.
Averaging
Look at
almost
big
10
boy
yards per play.
Kittle.
What a start for this 49ers offense.
McCaffrey slides left, toss to McCaffrey coming left, stacked up, stays patient, squirts through, and
Look at
takes
the
it all
patience
the way
on.
down
Look
the
at the
goal
patience
line.
on him.
Touchdown!
Touchdown.
He is
Beautiful, man. We're going to
McCaffrey
see a lot of that
just refuses
on
to
Sunday.
go down. How many times this year have we seen
Look at the
him
vision.
spin
Look
into
at his
the end
eyes.
zone, ball held high, 2 hands on it, and San Francisco is a juggernaut right now.
Beautiful run by McCaffrey, man.
in desperate need of a third down conversion. They're bringing those 4 now. Gino in trouble.
Look at
They
that
got to
defense.
him. Javon Hargrave, that's the guy they
Look
added
at the
before the
defense.
season started, who Chris, you thought would be a huge
How many
pickup,
sacks
and he has been
is
so far.
Hargrave going to have
He is so lightning
against
quick
Jalen Hurts?
inside for a guy
Let me
his
know in the
size.
comments. How many sacks? Does he get a sack against Jalen Hurts, his own quarterback?
But this is something.
That defense is suffocating. They suffocate the opposing offenses.
Don't miss it, sir. Stepping up like don't miss the layup. Don't miss the layup. I would have been there. I feel great execution.
Game meant so much to
Ooh,
Seattle.
excuse me.
You really expected their best, but I'm just not so
Now
sure
I'm starting
when
to get
San
tired.
Francisco has all the pieces together that they're not just better than teams that are pretty good.
Look at
Kyle
that
Shanahan
D-line.
just
Look at
has
Chase.
the
Look at that
Seahawks
big
head
boy.
spinning right now.
They got to
Tempo,
count for
anything to
Chase
try to shake
and
things up in the second half. And now Gino
Look at
take
that.
a shot downfield for DK. Metcalf broke it up.
Charvarius Ward,
By
baby.
Charvarius Ward.
Charvarius Ward's getting very
What a
close
job
to a
by
turkey leg
Charvarius
here
Ward.
because he is having some night.
Ooh-wee.
So now third and short 4 for the Hawks.
Here comes the defense. Here comes Bosa.
Tracked down by Bosa off
Look
the
at
end.
Farrell. Farrell's been playing good
Nick
football
Bosa
too, man.
gets in there. He leads the team now. As he
Clelin
has
Farrell has been
7
playing some
sacks.
good football
One
too.
thing you know about the Seattle Seahawks is that they are a proud football team, and nobody
Oh,
wants
Chris
to be
Collinsworth.
embarrassed.
Shut
They'll come
up.
out
Shut
fighting
up,
here.
Chris
Purdy
Collinsworth.
back, looks right, throws right off the hand, intercepted.
Now that was
Jordan
tipped. This is
Brooks
an ugly
coming back
play.
The other way. Touchdown,
But it happens.
Seattle. It went off the hand of Christian McCaffrey.
But even when this
All of a
happened,
sudden, this is
did any of you feel
Different game.
like it was a
Coordinator
shift
Steve Wilkes looking for
in the
answers here.
force? Did you guys feel that the Seahawks were coming back? I didn't.
Can't do it. Niners
Look
get
at that.
to
Look at that.
him
Look at
for a
Eric
big
Armstead.
sack.
They smother offenses. We don't play, we dominate. Yeah.
Pressured. He gets sacked.
Look at he's
Back
getting sacked
inside
again.
the 20-yard line.
Get in my belly!
Eric Armstead.
man.
Eric Armstead has been playing like a monster. Look at Chris Kasarik, all fired up.
Nice job right there. 3 points. That's a great job. Great job.
You know who hasn't been much of a factor tonight? Brandon Ayuk.
Yep.
You know, and he's been their big threat down the field star player, but this has been a much grittier performance tonight with those guys inside.
Purdy scans. There's Ayuk in the middle to the end zone touchdown.
Look at that beautiful touchdown.
And there it is. They go up top. And Brandon
Can't
Ayuk
forget about Ayuk, man. Cannot forget about
with a
Ayuk.
touchdown grab.
Don't sleep on number 11.
Purdy does what
Don't
he's been
sleep
doing
on number
when
11. He will make you pay for. Look at that, 31 to 10, 31 to 13, 31 to 13. Let's freaking go. They had a total of 6 sacks, David Corona, in that game. So, if you're watching this on a replay, give me your score predictions. Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments if you're watching it in a replay. What is your score prediction? Niners versus Eagles. Are the Eagle fans feel disrespected because Vegas has given the Niners 3 points going in their backyard and they're favored by 3 points against a 10-1 team? Niners got to play smart football. Got to play smart football. Protect the football. Don't turn it over. Run the ball. Stop the run. And we're coming out of there with a dub. And we're going to show the world who the best team is come Sunday. This will be the game of the week, if not the game of the year. Let's go Niners. Let's take care of business. Be prepared. Be disciplined. Take care of the ball. And everything should fall into place. Guys, you guys been amazing. Make sure to hit the like button. Thank you for watching my show. Thank you for coming live with me. I just came on today. I did not plan it. We're going to go live today at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock Central, and 8 o'clock Eastern. Me and Jess at 5 p.m. Pacific. And then at 7, we're going to team up in honor of Corey Davis. And we're going to talk to the boys. And hopefully Corey can be joining us tonight. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. I will see you when I see you. And that will be 5 o'clock today. Peace out. And, I got to work on these buttons. Hold on, guys.